Yeah, that's what they used to call me, pheromone boy. Oh, here he comes, pheromone boy. Whoa.
And now, Cheese Wits.
I'm just waking up.
What do you mean you're just waking up?
Oh, we were out. I cannot. No, look at my hair. My God.
I wonder if Chris is going to be able to join us. And I wonder why he hasn't already, since he was just supposed to be in the car.
That's right. Come on, big boy. Waiting on Chris. Each week when we do this to wait on Chris, it's like fucking a blind date. I wonder if he's going to show.
Every time.
I wonder what he looks like. I wonder if he'll be there. I wonder if he drives. I wonder if he's got his own place or if he only has a car.
I wonder if he's going to forget his wallet.
Oh, God.
All right, wait a second. I got a text. What? It is always something with this motherfucker.
What? Oh, what did he say?
He sent a picture of his tire.
Oh, no.
It doesn't really look. I guess it looks flat.
All right. You know, he's starting to sound like the person who calls into work.
Look at your phone and tell me how flat that picture looks.
Oh, my! I don't even have my phone.
Oh.
Point your phone at your camera. Let me see. It doesn't look too flat.
Mm-mm.
Wow, he's still got leaves on the ground?
Oh my God, my whole backyard is leaves.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We get a dusting of snow a year.
Yeah, we haven't had any. We've had a couple of little snows, but nothing to speak about. And I think I saw some pictures from some of our mutual friends who had snow in their locations in New Hampshire, I think Vermont and Massachusetts. Nothing here. We are sans snow and we need it in a very bad way. So I was out Christmas shopping today, doing a lot of Christmas shopping. Do you do any Christmas shopping in brick and mortar?
No. No, because I don't like people and I don't like lines and I don't like people.
So there you have it. I saw one of our friends, Kelly, posted something that said she went out with her daughter to do a little brick and mortar shopping, and she realized she dislikes people even more than she thought she did.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because she has such a beautiful little heart.
Yeah.
Like, she has such a beautiful heart. Like, how could she possibly be more disturbed by people than you or I are?
I had to go to the grocery store today, and that was bad enough. The same cunt pushed her cart in front of me 3 different times in 3 different parts of the store. It was like, yeah. By the third time it happened, I wanted to go, are you fucking doing this on purpose? Are you like figuring out which aisle I'm going to be coming down and immediately running down that aisle to slam your cart in front of me?
Yes, she's just a cunt. She's not doing it on purpose. She's just a cunt.
She was born with it. It's a birth defect.
That's it. She is just a cunt, plain and simple. I don't understand. How does he just discover he has a flat tire, this guy?
It's flat at 9 PSI.
Yeah, that's pretty flat.
Yeah.
That's pretty flat.
But you know what? I carry one of those air compressor things in my car.
Yeah.
And I probably need to get new tires at some point soon, but I'm trying to buy a house. And I'm getting really fucking sick of everything costing money.
Jody's talking to me. She's doing the quiet talk. Like, if she talks quietly, nobody will notice that my head is turned, not paying any attention.
Well, I saw you were looking away, but I wasn't. I thought everybody would have been out that way.
No, we have 2 doors.
Oh.
This room has it has those. What are those doors called?
French
the
doors?
sliding. Yeah, the door that slides in and out of the wall.
The pocket doors? Okay.
Yeah, it's pocket doors. I love pocket doors. She was letting me know that that Greg is the chipmunk that we rescued some time ago that now lives in the garage underneath the laundry room, has chewed a hole in the bag of grain because we didn't put out a new bowl of peanuts. And he was hungry.
That'll show you.
Greg was hungry.
Well,
yes, we were out.
I've had raccoons and squirrels get into my attic.
Hey, they're bitches.
The raccoons destroyed my attic like 5 years ago, and I had to have it completely redone, all of the insulation and everything. And then 5 minutes after the, what do you call it? The warranty from the company that took care of the raccoons. 5 minutes after that was up, squirrels got in.
Did they chew your wiring?
They did not chew the wiring. They did chew a hole into the soffit under the edge of the roof.
Oh, that's not good.
And so they had to come in, and like all of the places that the raccoons can't get in, the squirrels are so much smaller that they can find their own little places. And so they had
It's so funny to hear you say a word like soffit.
I never said that word until squirrels chewed through one.
It's just
I've never said that word in my life until fucking squirrels.
There are these words we learn as with the different milestones of our life. We buy a house. Suddenly we now know this word called soffit and there's all this stuff we learn as we go on in life. What the fuck is a soffit? You know, if you own a house and you had a squirrel in it, you'll know what the fuck it is.
You sure do.
A soffit is $5,000 worth of damage is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible shit. A header? What do you mean the header's gone? What the fuck is that? Well, that means the supporting beam that's holding your doors and window in place is gone. We're going to have to replace that, but it's also gone dry rot into the rest of the beam, so we got to take that out too. We're going to jack up the floor. We're going to do... Fuck, nay. Yeah, these things we learn as we get, not as we get older, as we get accomplished, or as we get our ability to afford things, our ability to afford life.
Racket.
Home ownership is a
fucking
huge
racket. Now I can't go back.
So as we are here, have you been looking at houses?
I have.
Have you viewed anything? Has anybody viewed yours?
Are we going to start without Chris? Let's just start without Chris.
Yeah, I thought we had already started.
I guess so. As of yesterday, my realtor we got all the pictures done and everything, and she put it up as coming soon. And so it's not even going available until tomorrow. And today I got my first showing request.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll go fast. The pictures look amazing.
Yeah. Oh, the best photographers on the face of the planet. When you get your wedding, ladies and gentlemen, when you get your wedding pictures done, or when you get the picture done, your last picture in the casket, hire a real estate agent to take that picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they are the best photographers on the planet and making shit look good.
Yeah.
They really are. If you're dead and you're in the casket, people will swear you're alive dancing.
And let me tell you, this guy did video as well. I just took the dogs and went for a walk while he did his thing. And he did video as well. And
yeah,
I have seen video on some listings, and to be honest, I stopped looking at them because it was just so slow and boring. And it was like, you could see the arm of the guy in the mirror, and it was distracting. But this guy's video that did my house, he put music behind it. He put transition, like it fades from one room to the next room. He did, yeah. It came out really good.
That's the difference between an on-air personality and a DJ.
Yep.
That's the difference right there.
Yep.
Because in my years in radio, and you're still in it, and I'm still in it, I never appreciated being called a DJ.
Oh, I never cared.
I didn't. Oh, I did. Because I cared because I thought it belittled the career. You could be a DJ or you could be an on-air personality. I think there are two very distinct differences in those kinds of. It's like having. I don't want to. It's like having a.
I don't want to, but I'm gonna.
Doctor look at you, or a. What are the folks called who aren't? They're not even nurses, but they substitute for nurses. Like at retirement homes and things like that. A residential assistant, an RA.
Oh. Yeah, I wasn't going to get there. I was going to say a candy striper.
No. No. But I think that always, I always felt there was a difference. You pay for what you get for in all things in life.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree.
And if you go for the guy who lets his arm be shown in the photo of your house, oh, that's a beautiful living. Is that an arm? That guy needs a manicure. You don't want that to be distracting from a nice big family room. Well, what a beautiful family room.
This is funny. As I was getting ready for bed, so the photographer was here on Friday. The house cleaner guy and the carpet cleaner guys were here on Thursday. The photographer was here on Friday. So Friday night, I am getting ready for bed, and I just happened to notice my ceiling fan, and it looks beautiful. And I'm like, what's different about my ceiling fan? Surely it wasn't so dirty that the guy cleaning the ceiling fan just made it look completely different. Why does the ceiling fan look so beautiful? And then I just shrugged my shoulders, and then I climbed into bed, and then I looked up at the ceiling fan, and that's when I realized what was different about it.
What was different about it?
It was off. It was off.
And
It's always running. I always have the ceiling fan on in my bedroom. I have not seen it in the off position in 9 years.
Really?
Really. I forgot what it looked like because it's never been off.
Well, it's probably good because my wife the other day was cleaning in our living room, and we have a big, I don't know, it's probably 3 foot, whatever you call them.
The blades?
Whatever you call the little, what are they called?
Blades?
Wings? Blades. Yes, that's it. Blades. Yes, blades. You got it. And she's looking at them. She's going, oh my fucking word. Are those, I haven't cleaned them. She got up on top of a stool. There had to be at least a half inch, maybe more of dust, not dust, Jess, sticky, icky, sort of like, I don't know, bear fur on top of those blades. No, it was just so, the rest of them were clean because she goes, when I clean those things, I never think about the top of them that much. Because she's shorter than I am. I'm not fucking, graced with incredible height.
Yeah.
I'm only 5'7". So she can reach the bottom of them.
No, I've cleaned mine, but I guess I just haven't really. When I'm doing that, I'm standing up on a step stool or step ladder or something, and I'm paying attention to getting the stuff off, and I don't turn it off. I just stop it with my hand and dust it off and then let it go again. So I have never really I haven't really looked at this ceiling fan in 9 years.
It's
and then I cracked up.
It's very funny that you didn't even realize it's because it's not moving. I'm
glad it didn't take me too long to figure out what the difference was.
Look at the light. Oh, look at the pretty light. Yeah, that's kind of scary. That's like one of those things when you're driving and you've driven the same road 1,004 times.
How did I get here?
And you go, where the fuck am I?
Yeah. Yeah.
What road is that? I have gone by my house on the road. I might be listening to something or just in thought, drive by the road that I turned to take the left at my house. And I will get a half mile down the road and not know where the fuck I am. I'll look around and go, where the fuck is this? Because I never go that way.
Right.
I come out of my road and I go right. I don't ever go left. And I've gone by my house on a couple of occasions and go, where the fuck am I? How far did I miss the road by? I'm not even sure I've missed the road.
Right. There are times that I've been on roads that I've traveled many times before, but the weather has changed, or there's more leaves, or there's less leaves,
Yep.
or whatever. And I'll all of a sudden be like, wait, did I miss a turn somewhere?
Me too.
No, wait. No, this is the right road. No, it is. No. Yeah. No.
I am so with you there. I get it makes me batshit crazy. And sometimes it's just the fact that leaves have cleared and there's a building that I've not seen before because they may have built it over the summer. And now that the leaves have cleared, the building is invisible. What the fuck?
That happens to me every single time I go to downtown Nashville. That happens to me because I don't go downtown that often anymore. And now when I do, every time I go down there, there's a new building or a new parking garage. One time, a couple of years ago, my boss came into town. The company I work for is based in California. And my boss at the time and the guy who is my boss now both came into town. And they were staying at this hotel and asked me to pick a restaurant where we could all go out to dinner. And I was like, oh, there's this great place that's like right around the corner from the hotel. And we'll go there. So we walk around the corner and I remembered it's like a block. It's a block off from the hotel, right? So we walk around the corner of the hotel and we get to where I should be able to see the restaurant. And I'm like, wait, this doesn't look right. And I'm like, wait, let me look at where it is. And my boss is like, you do live here, right? And I was like, yeah, but I don't come downtown. The reason that I couldn't find the restaurant is because in between then and the last time I had been at that restaurant, a parking garage went up between the hotel, like in the line of sight between the hotel and the restaurant. There used to be just a parking lot there and you could see it. You could see the restaurant from the hotel. Yeah. They put a parking garage up. I couldn't find it.
So was the restaurant A still there? Just on the other side of the parking garage?
Yeah, I just couldn't see it anymore, so I didn't know where I was. My visual cues were gone.
And that happens to me more and more as I become less adventurous in my local travel. Like I have traveled places when I've driven across the country a few times, and there used to be a place out in Needles, California. It's in the fucking middle of nowhere. I believe it's Route 10 in California. It's all desert, but there was a little diner place out there, and I did that drive one time, and then 7 or 8 years later, I drove the same way, and I remembered the place, and it was still there. Better than I can remember shit in my own neighborhood that has or has not been there for a while. And I swear to you that if I don't use these places, I forget they exist. Mm-hmm. It's like watching a Netflix series that they put one show on a week. You start watching 6 different Netflix series, you suddenly forget about one of those shows or 2 of those shows. Put all the fucking shows on at once.
Yeah.
The whole season. Because otherwise I forget, and you're watching a year and a half later going, oh, I remember that show. Oh, there's another season? I only got through episode 3 of the first season.
At that point, I have to go back and start at the beginning because I can't even remember what season I watched last.
Yeah,
that
my wife
has happened to me with a
Yellowstone.
Such a good show.
Oh, you know what? I can't find the vibe. I really can't.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't. But she likes it, and she knows all the names.
I'm Team Jody on this one.
So do it, and this guy and that. She's got them all down, and this one. Oh, I hear her and my son likes it too, and they're talking like these people are a member of their social group. I wonder what some woman's name is going to do about what some other woman did. I wonder what's going to be. That's just going to hit the fan.
One of my favorite new country artists named Lainey Wilson is on this season of Yellowstone. She plays a character. I think her name is Abby. And the reason I'm not positive about that is because I'm not going to watch this season until all of the episodes are out so that I can just watch it all out.
I feel you, because that's one of those. There are some episodes I've done that too. There's this show, I think it's The Good Fight, and I waited.
Oh, that's the lawyer one, right?
It's got Christine Baranski.
Yes, Juliana Margulies.
Yeah, well, Julia, that's. Let's see, am I getting the name of it wrong? It's based on that lawyer show with Julianne Margulies. Is it? I think it's called. Maybe it's not called The Good. It's not
because Christine Baranski was in the one with Juliana Margulies.
Yeah, but then there's a spin-off of that.
Oh,
called something else.
I don't think I knew that.
Where Christine Baranski is the lawyer. as well, just like in the one with Margulies.
Yeah.
No, Margulies was the good wife. The spinoff is the good fight. I believe it's what.
Wait a minute, really?
Only Christine Baranski's in the good fight.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lawyer show with Juliana
Christine Baranski.
Margulies.
That's the good wife.
The Good Wife. Canterbury's Law? Oh, that's old.
Oh.
That's okay. Yeah, you're right. The Good Wife.
Right. And then it's the good fight is the spinoff.
So recently, like a week or two ago, a friend of mine in our group text was like, I just found this show called The Good Fight. And I was like, is that the one with Juliana Margulies? And she said, I don't know who that is. And I was like, ER. She was on ER.
Yeah.
But I thought that's what she was talking about. She must have been talking about the spinoff one.
Yeah. So it's got Christine Baranski, because I just like Christine Baranski. She's just a great character actress. And I think she's a terrific actress.
And she was in The Good Wife as well.
Yeah, I think she was in was she in the last season or last couple of seasons?
She was in all the seasons.
Because Juliana Margulies' character gets mentioned in it.
Yeah.
But so when that new season came out, I will not watch it week to week. It's got I want the whole thing there, and then I'll watch the whole thing at once.
I've even started the shows that I DVR, like off of live TV. I guess it's not live TV, but you know what I mean. The shows that I DVR off of TV, I will not watch those until I've got at least a couple of, 2-3 weeks of episodes in the can, because I don't want to watch them 1 week at a time.
No, well, I don't want to. So
now we're spoiled, We used to have no choice. It used to not only not be able to watch it all at once, but had to wait and not know what was going to happen in the show.
I do it because I don't often have enough time to watch one show and then maybe a different show of some other kind. Mm-hmm. So I wait till on a Sunday or at 2 a.m. I can watch 3 or 4 in a row. Yeah. Because I'm tired. So I can really just sort of, it's like everything else you do in life. You want to devote some time to it. Yeah. So you just, I want to grab hot tea and I want to just get snuggy with the dog or something like that and just watch it and be completely lazy or completely without any sort of responsibility to do anything other than enjoy 2 or 3 hours, because for 75 hours of the week, there's no enjoyment. It's fucking work, toil. It's all the mundane shit of life plus work. Yeah. It's all the shit that's not fun. So, and I find if I try to watch a single episode of an hour-long show, 44 minutes of a show, I never get it done because I'm always doing something in between it. And I'm rewinding and going. So it's taking me 3 hours to watch a single fucking show anyways. Right. So I might as well just watch fucking 3 shows in 3 hours or 2.5 hours than try to watch one show in 3 fucking hours. Yeah. It just make any sense because it's much more enjoyable, because Jody will sometimes come, so what's happening? I fucking have no idea what's happening. I've rewound it 6 times. I don't know what's going on. That happened to me the other night. I don't even remember what I was watching, but I was getting distracted by other things. And then all of a sudden I'd be farther down in the thing and I'd be like, wait, how did we get here? And then I had to watch the same 2 minutes 6 times. Like this time I swear I'm going to pay attention. And then there goes my brain again. Yeah, same here. And I drift in the same location. I go back too far, or I go back. Okay, I only want to watch the last 2 minutes. I'm going to see that last 2 minutes again. And I go back 3.5 minutes. So the first minute and a half, I'm right there with them. I'm glued. And then all of a sudden something will happen. I'll look away and 4 minutes have gone by. Fuck! I got to start over. So it really does. It takes me fucking at least 3 hours to watch an hour-long program if I had commercials, but I try to get everything without commercials. Yeah. The Hulu and all. I'm so about paying an extra $4 or $3 a month not to watch commercials.
I paid for Peacock and I didn't pay for the one without commercials, and it annoys the hell out of me. And
Yeah.
I think I only paid for it so that I could watch Yellowstone. I could watch the first 3 seasons of Yellowstone before, the new season went over on Paramount Plus or wherever it was. And so now sometimes because my DVR is recording off the antenna, sometimes the signal is not great and it'll freeze up or do something and I can't. So then I'm like, all right, let me go watch this over on Peacock. And then I have to sit through commercials. And I'm so annoyed with...
You can't fast forward on Peacock?
Nope, not through the commercials.
And you can't on CBS either. If you have the CBS, you can't fast forward through those fucking commercials.
Mm-mm.
Those fucks. The technology people have figured out everything.
Yeah.
They figured out how to fuck you out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, you don't want the commercials? You pay the extra $3.
Somebody let me use their Hulu account, but they had the account that that had commercials, and I was like, no, I'm not doing this. So I got my own Hulu account.
Here's Hulu for free. Yeah, no,
I can't.
I can't watch the commercials.
I'll
buy my own account. I can't watch the commercials. Yeah, so I have a couple of I have one service because I like watching old shit. I like old cinema. I like I like shit from the 30s and 40s and 50s. I like that shit because I like the art of the I like the art of it. I like the evolution of the technology.
Mm-hmm.
I like the evolution of just acting and character and race and how things have moved forward and how women, you look back and you say, oh my God. I mean, some old movies, and not some, all of them, just how race is treated, how gender is treated, how all of it's treated. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
this is unbelievable. And so I like looking at that stuff, and it certainly opens my eyes to what was, but also, man, we've fucking gotten quite a ways away from a lot of that bullshit.
We have.
We've got, not to say there isn't space to move, but man,
there sure
we
is.
have gotten there. And I know for the people who have been subject to, it doesn't move quite fast enough. But in reality, in the space of time, we're moving pretty fast in a lot of this shit. Is that Chris?
It is. He said, must have had a good puncture. You think?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm doubting the veracity of his comments right now.
Well, we can mock him soon if he'll join us, which is what I'm asking.
There will be mocking done.
Are you joining us soon is what I just sent him.
Yeah. What he has to do is fucking buy a tire or a car that has just solid rubber wheels like an old Model A or something. You don't have to worry about inflating them. You know
what's funny? Speaking about the way that things used to be done, as I was sitting on my couch scrolling through Realtor.com looking at the houses that were available and looking at the listing of my house and thinking about maybe when I walk the dogs this week, I'll go through this other part of my neighborhood to see if there's anything over there. And then all of a sudden I was like, how did people buy houses before Al Gore invented the internet? Then I remembered newspapers and it all came clear. But
so I used to collect Sears catalogs. You used to be able to buy a house in a Sears catalog.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I
used to collect. This was back in the 30s.
Oh, I wasn't here then.
40s. No, I collected I liked old Sears catalogs. Remember Montgomery Wards?
Not only do I remember Montgomery Wards, but I worked at a Montgomery Wards for about 5 minutes when I was in high school, which is part of how I discovered my dislike of the general public.
Working at a Monkey Ward?
Yes. Selling shoes.
Did they give away the S&H green stamp there?
Oh, I don't know.
Remember S&H green stamps? So you collect these. There were green stamps. You get a booklet and you collected them. You pasted them in when you got so many, there was like a little store you could go to. And I've got 5,000 stamps, and you could get, a widget of some sort.
I don't believe that's a thing I've ever done. in my
Oh.
life. And I don't remember handing anything like that out in the shoe department at Montgomery Wards.
You worked in the shoe department.
I did work in the shoe department.
Women or men or both?
I believe it was both.
Really?
I said, are you joining us soon? Chris says, hoping to. Yeah, we're hoping to as well.
I wonder if he's ever even heard of a Montgomery Wards.
Chris?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's such a little tiny baby?
Yeah, because he's so young.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's really not that young. How old is he? 40?
He's in his
Something?
40s.
He's not that young.
No.
I think we give him too much credit for being young.
No,
He's not
but he
that
thought
young.
he thought he was a year older than me, which makes me giggle.
Well, that must make him feel bad. He's, or you look fantastic. That's really what it is.
I believe that's what it is. That's what I choose to believe.
Yeah, well, of course.
Listen, when I was a kid, people always thought that I was older than I was. And then as I became an adult, people started to think I was younger than I was. And perhaps it's because I'm so immature. I don't know. But perhaps it's because I avoid the sun as an adult because I've had skin cancer removed from my face twice. But
you are almost translucent, so you need to avoid the sun.
It's a fact. But I remember I was living in Maryland. I was working with Chris when I turned 40, and the guy from our sister station popped in. It was my birthday, and he said, "What are you, 30 now? 31?" And I was like, "No, that's funny." And he looked at me like, Are you not?" And I was like, "Oh, you're not joking? No, I'm 40." And now when I tell most people that I'm 50, they kind of, one woman went, "Oh, congratulations."
You have so much to do with it.
Right.
You have so much to do. Yeah, Jody and I don't feel, I'm quite disheveled today. When my hair's cut, I look much better. But I don't feel like I look 60 most of the time.
No, I don't think I would guess 60.
But when I see, I think maybe I look 5 years younger than that. Mm. And when I talk to people, and that's when I'm in good lighting, not when I've got a big bright light hitting me in the face like right now, and I've just got up off the couch after trying to take a 30-minute nap, a power nap, which I was not successful at.
I can never.
But I see people out a lot, or when I see people out who talk about, "Yep, I'm turning 53," and I look and I say, "Fuck, you look 70." You don't want to say anything to them, but man, some people look horrible. Just like, how the fuck do you look that old?
I have noticed when I'm scrolling through the dating apps that there are guys who are my age who I swear to God look like they could be my father.
And well, you know what? And this is not a disparaging comment, right?
Right.
But I think hard life, factory work, smoking cigarettes, drinking a lot, I think those things take a fucking brutal hit on a person's, just general look. Now,
I did smoke for a good 30 years.
Yeah,
I only quit smoking 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago.
The quitting of it, I think it helps a ton.
I agree with that. And I've also always been good about, drinking a lot of water and trying to get enough sleep. Trying is the operative word because I don't really do that. Sleep is
important, super important. I do notice that if I don't sleep well, because sometimes I have the insomnia, I'll be up at 3 a.m. going, "Oh, fuck."
If you see pictures of me from when I was going through my divorce, when I started having problems with shithead is when I basically stopped sleeping completely. And stress has always affected my sleep, but I stopped. Like I could maybe fall asleep around 2 or 3 in the morning and then wake up at 4:30 or 5. And that was all I was getting. And sleeping pills, the things that make other people sleep don't generally work for me. Nope. I could take NyQuil, and I know some people take NyQuil and they are passed out on the floor before that little cup has even hit the counter. Yep. I take NyQuil and I get the jitters and I will lay awake staring at the ceiling fan that's moving the entire night.
It's so beautiful.
None of that stuff works for me. And so if you look at pictures of me from when I was going through
Youthened up
that couple of years, it was my eyes. I had these big puffy, I don't know if that's what bags are under your eyes, but they were all puffy and discolored under my eyes. And my skin just looked almost gray. Like it's amazing to me how much effect that time period had on the way that I look and how much better I look now. And my divorce was 7 years ago, so I look better now than I did.
7 years younger, bitch.
That's right.
Yeah. I think about the folks who worked in, like, I worked in a factory. In high school, I worked in a factory. I worked in a fabrics mill. And that fucking fabrics mill was nothing but, there was 2 floors. The upper floor is where they did a lot of knitting, and that was almost exclusively women. Yeah. But it was dark, and it wasn't well lit, and it was just, there was a smell of, even though you couldn't smoke in that building, there was a smoking area. Yeah. In a fabrics mill where they're making cloth. This was 30 some years ago. The smell of rancid old smoke, that's such a disgusting smell, even though I was a smoker too. Yeah. That smell of, like, the winter jacket that's been hanging out in the hallway in the house where people smoke all year long, and then take the jacket out and they don't notice the smell, and they walk by you and you go, oh my God. Yeah. It's that fucking horrible smell. Just, there was a haze over that whole fucking place. And like I worked downstairs
for Norma.
That fucking woman's good smoke.
Everybody in that place smoked. We had that little cloud when you walked in.
Yeah, everybody did. I think just about everybody did smoke. But I think that age is not just the smoking part, the working in a dark place, in a place where it's not, it's loud, and you're not talking, and you're not conversing, and you're not communicating with your coworkers because you'll lose a hand if you do, kind of thing, right? I think that ages you so fucking fast. Yeah. You walk in the building at 7 a.m. or 3 p.m, and you're 8 hours later, you'll walk out after only spending a half hour of that entire time cramming a sandwich down your throat and coffee. And that just can't be good for you. The new idea of getting outside and getting some fresh air, maybe stretching and not toiling, that whole watch the clock thing is bullshit.
Yeah. And you do need some sun. Like,
you gotta get it.
I avoid the sun for the most part, but also I wear sunblock every single day. And so I can go outside and walk my dogs and be in the car and do stuff, but I'm not sunbathing.
But it's really sunblock now too. So when I was a kid, and I'm a few years ahead of you, we had copper tone. Yeah. And that wasn't sunblock. That was get darker. That was to make you get dark. That wasn't to protect you from the sun.
The kind of cancer that I got on my face, basal cell carcinoma, apparently comes from what I've read, it's from your earlier years of being in the sun and not, using sunblock. But when I was a kid, we didn't really know what sunblock was. That wasn't a thing that you did.
This is what we knew when I was a kid. You didn't know sunblock. You knew Noxzema because that's what you got after you were already all red. Yep. And you'd get Noxzema put all over your body because you were already beat fucking red. You were already so burned.
And as a redhead with transparent skin, I remember one time as a kid, my shoulders got so sunburned that there were giant blisters on top of them, like these huge bumps on top of my shoulders, that I couldn't wear a shirt because it hurt so much for anything to touch my shoulders. And so when I got skin cancer the first time in 2016, which I probably had it for a while at that point, but when I got it the first time in 2016, and then the second time in 2018, it was kind of like, well, why aren't you should be wearing sunblock now. Well, no, I am. I wear sunblock now.
Yeah.
But
I had that same thing. And they'd pull sheets of skin off you. which was kind of neat.
And it's liquid inside.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. And then as I got older, it was a little crinkly.
Yeah.
So as a kid, I got the same stuff as you did, but you've never. I have. So I was, as you know, I say this a couple of times, but it's important to bring up certain things. So I was a foster kid from 3 until 18.
Mm-hmm.
I have one picture of me of the ages 3 to 18, and it's when I'm 6 years old. And I want to show you my hair.
Okay.
If you can see it.
Is
you
it
wouldn't
red?
know it now. I'm a complete towhead.
Wow.
If you can see how blonde my hair is. You can't tell now, but that's why I have white hair now. I was
No, but I knew you in the 90s.
Yeah, you know what happened? When I had this is a weird thing, Jess. When I had heart surgery when I was about 12 or maybe 13, I had open heart surgery. Two things changed. Well, a few things changed. One, I started to go through puberty at last.
Mm-hmm.
My hair changed. It got dark.
Interesting.
Got darker.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, and my hair got more curly than it was. So when my hair grows, it's very wavy. When I let it grow long, it's very wavy and sort of big, ringlety, curly.
That's what I remember from when we worked together.
Very sexy. I'm sexy. Sexy hair.
I remember your hair being curly back in the day.
Yeah, it gets very curly. But I go through phases, and I don't know if it has something to do with my blood pressure, but I do sometimes go through phases where my hair will be curlier than others. But when I usually have my hair cut down where it's a half inch all around, except on the sides it's even shorter. Because I hate doing shit to my body. Like I hate the upkeep it takes to do hair. I don't want to comb it. I don't want to take any time for that kind of. I want to wash it and get the fuck out of the shower and be done. I don't want to be. I'm not into the manscaping or the grooming or none of that shit. The package that I am is the package. I don't alter the package very much.
And you know what? I feel like there has been way too much societal shit that, supposedly is telling you what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But you know where that comes from? People who profit off of you doing those things.
Of course.
You are under no obligation to shave any fucking thing you don't want to shave, whether you are a man or a woman or what. Like, do what you want to do.
Last week,
it doesn't matter.
Or during the last show, we talked about that Lumi stuff.
Yeah.
I heard another commercial again, and something struck me on that commercial. It said that Lumi lasts for 72 hours.
Yeah.
Basically says it'll keep you stinkless for. Who the fuck do you know in your life, for the most part, goes 72 hours without some sort of cleansing ritual?
I don't know anyone, but I have learned over the last couple of years that it is not actually necessary unless you're doing something that gets you dirty or sweaty or smelly, whatever.
Right.
For most people, it is not actually necessary for you to shower on a daily basis.
No, absolutely not. I will go a day without showering.
For sure.
For sure.
I don't go 72 hours because then I can't stand the smell of myself, but which I
here, girl.
When I had COVID, I did probably go 72 hours without showering. And by the time I was finally able to get up out of bed again, I was like, good God, woman.
This is an absolute it's an absolute truth. Boy ass and girl ass smell like ass.
For sure.
That's it. And when you reach the point where you can't, and I've reached the point where I've gone like, oh man, I've said to Jody before, I got to go up and take a shower because I can't even sit here and watch TV right now.
She's like, it's about fucking time.
And and it's because I've been outside working on the fence or doing something, and that sweat starts trickling down your back and into the crack of your ass, and you just start to smell like ass. You smell like work.
But you know what? It's companies selling soap that made us believe we needed to shower every single day.
Yeah, and I've never bought into it ever. I just we were doing shopping, and my wife said to me, we were talking about my grandson who's 15, and listen, he smells like a 15-year-old boy. They all smell the same.
Yeah.
I smelled that way too. They just smell like shit. And she said, well, maybe we should get him some Axe body spray or something that he could. Fuck no. And this is my own little pet thing. I don't wear cologne. I don't buy into the whole body spray shit. I happen to like the way my wife smells. Just her regular sort of, because when you walk into somebody's house, everybody's house like has a smell, right?
Yeah.
It's a different, and it's a human smell, not a dirty. Just some people's houses smell like baked goods all the time, and they smell like baked goods.
Mine will until it sells.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah.
I understand that the chocolate chip cookies is a good smell in a house that's trying to be sold.
My
right?
realtor said sugar cookies. She said, I believe the sugar cookie scent sells houses. And she dropped off she sent over some
candle,
air freshener, plug-in things, the oil warmers. Yeah.
There's real science behind that shit.
Yeah.
I dated a girl in high school who smelled like chicken noodle soup. She smelled so good. It's just, that was what she smelled like. She smelled like chicken noodle soup. And just people have their own smell. I don't like the smell of fucking Aquavelva.
Yeah.
I don't like that manufactured smell of people. I don't find
every scent smells different on every person's body chemistry.
Well, yeah, if it's not Aquavelva. Because Aquavelva, I don't think you can change the smell of that. It just smells like
your car. The amount of men who wore your car when I was in high school and college. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I never wore any of that shit. And I let my pheromones do their own work, and they worked pretty damn well. Yeah, that's what they used to call me, pheromone boy. Oh, here he comes, pheromone boy. Whoa. Yeah.
Man, is Chris missing out on some good conversation right now. Of course, I guarantee, though, his input into this part of the conversation would involve shitting. Oh, it would have something to do with shit or some sort of dung odor or something. But speaking of my dog, Henry, he loves to eat horse shit and roll in it. Oh. And he smells like such a big turd right now. He came in, we let him out, and he came in and he made me gag. He smelled so bad because I think he also like rolled around in a dead possum and then rolled into the dead shit. Yeah. Into the old horse shit. And then came in and was like, hey, look at me. Look at me. What I did.
Oh, he smelled so fucking bad. He just smelled hard. And then why I know he's been eating horse shit because he's a smiling guy. He likes to smile. Yeah. And he's like a bad date with spinach in his teeth. he's got a big clump of horse shit between a canine tooth, just hanging down, a little hay on it. And you're like, oh, Jesus, don't lick me now. And I do not let my dogs lick me ever. No? I don't. No. Listen, he's a boy dog. And like most boys, he's playing with his junk all the time. Yeah. So he's always licking his junk constantly. And then every now and again, I see him drag his ass on the floor. I got to warm him. I give him some warmer stuff. Yeah. When the dog drags his ass on the floor, then he licks his ass. You don't want him licking you.
Well, that's true.
There's no way.
I'll give you that.
There's no way. It just, I love my dog. I hug him. He sleeps with me, but he knows I'm no kissing me. Yeah. Both the dogs. We have a girl dog, Lucy and Henry, and she knows too. No licking, no kissing. I let her kiss. They can both kiss my hand if they want. And they can lick my foot if they want. No face. No, I want no face kissing at all. I don't want any of that. But he's such a good guy, except he's forever fucking grabbing the cat by the head. We have this cat named her name is Dottie. She's Naughty Dottie. She's fucking nuts. She's a pillar to post cat running like a fucking freak all over the house. She'll go, all of a sudden you'll hear, and she goes, vroom, flying by, jumping on you. And he goes over, and as soon as she stops, he goes over and he grabs her by the head. He doesn't do anything terrible to her. He just puts his mouth on her. Cut it out. and she'll just slap him, and they play like that all the time. She'll fucking grab right onto him.
Yeah.
All fours. And he'll be walking around with her just hanging off his neck and his face. And not they don't hurt each other. And he's a young guy.
Yeah.
He's a year and I don't know, maybe a half now, maybe a year and a half now. Just a good fella. I love him. I do. I love him. Have to love him. He's diabetic. He's diabetes dog. Diabetes. How did Wilford Brimley say it? Diabetes, right? He's diabetes dog. he's got to get. Which, by the way, there's another thing in life that turns us around. We have to. It puts a cramp in your life a little bit. We have to be home by 6:30 every night because that's when he gets his shot.
Yeah.
He gets a shot at 6:30 in the morning, 6:30 at night. It's very regimented. You have to be regimented. You have to.
I remember very well because, as you probably remember, I had a diabetic cat.
Oh, I thought you had. No, you didn't have AIDS kitties. One of our friends had an AIDS kitty too, or HIV kitty or something. My
mom had one that had leukemia.
Oh, maybe it was that. Maybe it was leukemia. I thought we knew somebody had an HIV kitty.
I don't know. I had the diabetic kitty.
Yes, I remember diabetic kitty.
She was. Oh, look who just showed up right at the end.
Oh,
you don't even want to. Yeah.
Well, how's your tire?
I may make it home.
You may make it home. Okay.
Yeah. Just for it to be flat again.
Do you have an air compressor in your car?
Yes, one that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you plug it into the cigarette lighter.
Yep, that's what I have.
Yeah. So I may make it home.
Okay.
Because God knows I'm not going to make it to National Tire and Screw Over tonight. So.
Chris.
I wish I did, Wally.
You have the luck of, I don't know. You have like zero luck.
Well, it's pure payback. For bingo last night, I won 4 games in a row. Pure fucking payback.
Now, what do you win at bingo?
They got normal bingo games. It's a game where they call letters, Wally, and it has B numbers on it.
What are the prizes? What kind of prizes?
In addition to a bingo game, they also have these pull tab things, and they've got numbers on it too. And so I won $100 on a bingo, and then I won $250 on one of those pulls, and then I won another $100 on bingo. And then I won $260 on the next pull.
So you have just enough to buy all new tires then.
These tires only have 50,000 miles on them, if even.
You need to win another $300 to get tires.
Mm-hmm.
You still don't have enough. I'm sorry, friend. You did not win enough to get 4 new tires.
No, I will go and get the Walmart specials. I am not going to be keeping this car too long.
Yeah.
Walmart, are they still on our list?
Yeah. Yeah.
Places that are never going to sponsor us? Absolutely.
Yeah, we're allowed to buy. We're allowed to make purchases from them.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure I could get the tit sweat model or whatever.
Tit sweat model.
Don't try on any bras while you're there, though.
You don't tell me what to do.
No, but the lady at Walmart will.
Lord, I don't know what's happened. Now, one man said you could, and one man said you couldn't. Okay.
What were we just talking about, Wally, when I said I wish Chris was here to be part of this conversation because it would involve shitting? Oh, the smell, how people smell.
Yeah, how people smell. We were talking about the smell in people's houses, and I was talking about how I don't dig or have never worn Axe body spray, or I don't even wear deodorant. I don't wear cologne. I am what I am. If I smell like ass, it's 'cause I smell like ass. But most of the time, I just smell like human being. I smell like if I've been working in I don't know, wherever in the flower shop, I smell like a flower shop, or whatever. And
not going to throw in a little bit of Wally's from Maine.
Yeah, right. There you go.
See,
I don't smell like. I just don't wear any colognes, and it came down to, if you were talking about your smell, it might have to do with shitting.
Well, Axe is awful. Number one, I don't know whether there was a thing on Family Guy where Peter was putting on Axe body spray for feral cats. And I mean that shit's just terrible. Now, if I'm using cologne, I smell like 1991. I use CK1. which is the smell of 1991. And you know what? It still permeates.
CK1 is the smell of 1991. And I was talking earlier also about Drakkar.
Drakkar.
I don't know any of these. You know, the only scent that I can really remember a TV commercial for or anything being done for is Wind Song. Do you remember Wind Song for Women?
I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
Would be a guy driving in a sports car with a big scarf or something on him. She's got Wind Song. He's got Wind Song on his mind, and he was smelling his lady's scarf or something. I don't know what the. I don't go for any of that shit. I smell like whatever soap I use.
But there was Diamonds from Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's what I want to smell like, an old alcoholic. That's exactly
what there was Crotch Sweat from Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, now that I got to tell you, I put that all over my face and tell everybody, guess where I've been.
They sell that one at Walmart, but not boob sweat.
No, not boobs. I was saying I was pheromone man, and I got on very well just being on my own pheromone scent. I know pheromones don't have a scent, but you know, for the sake of the podcast, pheromones are fun. All right, I would like to go eat dinner.
All right.
Well, I got to make dinner first.
What is this bullshit?
Listen, he's older, Chris. He's older.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Right, Blue Plate special time, everybody.
You got to get home for Scarecrow and Mrs. King. I forgot.